Hello everybody. Today I'm finally getting around to something I've been meaning to do for a really long time, though I've kind of just sort of procrastinated it, so that one's on me. But I really wanted to officially make a proper full-blown showcase of my Lonely Freddy doll. I've kind of just been procrastinating it for a really long time, but I figured might as well do it now. Just finally get that done with. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how he turned out. As you can see, he is a little goofy looking because of his eyes, but I want to show you guys his little tummy real quick. I used some, I want to say netting for this like speaker effect, and then I painted it silver. And then this is just a little plastic ring. He's got his little bow tie, and this door does indeed open up. It's got a little Lego bar and clip element. I know it's not exactly magnets, but it works really well. And yeah, so as you can see, if you're familiar with my little Helpy figurine I had made a while back, this guy is kind of inspired by like the same design, but obviously more towards the Lonely Freddy side of things, this dude. For some reason, whenever I heard the original story, I kind of just pictured the little Lonely Freddy dolls are like kind of the same size and look as like what Helpy would look like. So that's kind of why I made him look so similar. And in fact, here's just a quick little comparison between the two of them. Get that off of there. Here's just a little comparison between the two of them. As you can see, the main difference is their heads. Lonely Freddy's head is shaped differently than Helpy's head. And Helpy has the movable googly eyes because that was for the horror short I made. And I just think it's really funny that his eyes are all googly. Lonely Freddy's eyes are actually stationary, and that is mostly because they pop off to show off a bit more of a creepy Lonely Freddy look, which I personally like way better. So with his eyeballs currently off, you can still sort of see it looks like pinpoints of light, sort of. But once I turn his eyeballs on, it gets very bright. These are the same lights I used for Scrap Circus Baby's eyes. I had gotten a big amount of them. I've used them in Lonely Freddy, Scrap Circus Baby, and my Death Trap cosplay all have the same type of eye, but for those other ones I had put some black paint on the end of it because these are incredibly bright. In fact, it literally casts light onto my face from how bright they are. They're basically like little flashlights. I haven't officially scripted anything yet, but I do kind of want to use this dude in like a horror short based on the Lonely Freddy book eventually. And my thought was with the green eyes and the whole like soul stealing aspect of the Lonely Freddy doll, I think it just looks really cool with the eyes on. And yeah, his mouth also does open, and I painted the interior of his mouth silver so that it kind of stands out when he opens his mouth, and I really think it looks cool. And yeah, the only other thing to show off before I show you him dancing is the backside of him. It's just painted decals, but I made sure to make it kind of resemble the back panel on little Helpy here, because if you remember, I had to fix Helpy, so I had to actually put a panel on the back of him to do that. But to make him match, I just sort of painted an identical panel on the back of little Lonely Freddy here. And yeah, I guess I could show you one more size comparison. Here he is with little David Mimic that is still a work in progress. I kind of stopped working on him for a little bit. I'll be real, mostly because he kind of looks like he got hit by a car a second time. He looks a little goofy, but they're approximately the same size, and little Lonely Freddy here does indeed move. It's very spooky. Now I actually took the speaker out of Lonely Freddy here, So as you could hear, he's not singing, but you could hear all his little internal robot pieces moving. You can see some of them too. And yeah, I think it looks really cool because it's like, I could maybe make a short with this where he got his soul stolen or something and he's just like, "Ah, help me." Put all sorts of freaky sound effects and stuff. Because I think this is actually a little bit more creepy than Helpy ever was, just due to the lights and the smile being wider. But yeah. I just realized I do have one more thing to show off with this guy, and I'll be the first to say it's a little janky just because, like I said, I hadn't done the showcase for a really long time, so it kind of got a little damaged. But I made this tiny little stage inspired by the one in the cover art, or not the cover art, but like the artwork for the story. So these are supposed to be the little lights on it. And they're technically just googly eyes on a little cardboard box, but a few of them got scratched and popped off, so it's not exactly perfect, but I think it is a cool little display, because when I bought the Elmo dolls that I turned into Helpy, Lonely Freddy, the Mimic, and Tiny Bendy, they came with these little plastic pieces that locked them into the packaging, and I decided to... Lonely Freddy just jumped off the desk by himself. Maybe he is possessed, I don't know. But as I was saying, it's got these little plastic pieces where his feet can go, and basically it just sort of allows him to get locked in place so that he can do his little dance movements, but without him like moving to the left and falling off of something, like he just did with my desk there. But yeah, basically it just allows him to do his full little movements on a stage without falling off, for the most part. So yeah, I'll probably display him on this. Down the line. I think that'll do it for this showcase on Little Lonely Freddy here. Like I said, I might do a horror short around this guy, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see that. And yeah guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up today's little showcase there. I've been meaning to do it for a long time, and I'm glad I finally got around to it. That's assuming this video gets edited. And yeah, I think that'll do it for today. Sounds like it's time for me to be moving on.